Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris Altamirano here from ViaMaverick.com, Internet Marketing Strategies at Work. And my buddy actually lent me this book. It's called Two Inspirational Classics by Wallace Wattles. And so the first one is The Science of Getting Rich. That's what I just finished reading. The second one I'm going to read, probably starting tonight, is called The Science of Being Great. And I mean, this book is old, dude. This book is really old. I think my buddy's dad actually bought this like in 1980 something, but I mean, this book still has like a ton of value. I mean, I've never really read a book that says this is the only book you need to read, except this book. And quite honestly, it makes you want to only read this one book. The Science of Getting Rich is just like it's got to be like the very first book that is like indirectly talking about positive thinking while directly talking about it. And so one quote I pulled from this book that I wanted to talk to you about is get rich right here. It says get rich, get rich. That is the best way you can help the poor. Now, what does Wallace mean by that? Like, I thought it long and hard about it, and after reading, I think it has to do with more of like a mindset shift because like over and over like just all the time like we always see homeless people, or at least I see homeless people, and you'll see them on the street, and they're just down on their luck, and they're right here, and they're holding some sign, and it's explaining like why they're in the predicament that they're in. And some people, some of you might actually just be like, hey, I'm not going to help this person out. And some of you are like, oh, I feel bad and stuff. But I think what Wallace meant is that when you hand people things, and there's actually another quote in the book, and it has something to do with like if you give them a loaf of bread, that you'll help them for a little bit, but it's not going to help the deep root problem and the long-term problem. And I think that's very true. I think it's okay to still help less fortunate people of a poverty mindset and a poverty surrounding. However, the best thing that you can actually do is to do this right here and just get rich and get comfortable with the idea of being stinking filthy rich, right? I was listening to some audio the other day, and it was funny because they said somebody was giving a speech, and he said, how many people in here want to be rich? And one person probably raised their hand. And then he asked the exact same question. He said, how many people in here want to be financially free? And everybody raised their hand. But it's like, doesn't that mean the same exact freaking thing? It does, right? But to tie this back into what I'm talking about, you want to get rich to show people of poverty that it's possible. Because when you can show someone that it's possible, all of a sudden they get it in their mind and they're just like, holy crap. And that's a really retarded smile, but they get excited, and they're just like, oh crap, like I can do this. If that guy can do it, I can do it. And so it's the same concept. Like you over here need to be rich. That is the best service that you can do for mankind. Because, government keeps everybody in check, in line, but when you can get rich and you can show someone else that it's possible, you are becoming an inspiration. And poverty, I honestly believe, it's a mindset. I mean, of course, you grow up, it's your surroundings, but for the most part, it's just a self-limiting belief. What you think about on the daily, what you think you can or can't have, you are absolutely right. You can or you can't have it. And I think a lot of people get discouraged just because they don't have the results, boom, instantaneously as soon as they want them. And the universe or God or whatever higher being doesn't necessarily work like that. And so what I really think that Wallace means is that when you get rich, you are living proof that it is possible. And possibility is what everybody wants. It's why this person over here holds up that sign, because they think that it's possible that by holding up a sign that people will feel bad for them and people will give them money. But if you could just give them a different possibility as an example, then that's worth way more in the long run, not only to just our economic standings, but also to just these, people on the street or just anybody who's down on their luck. You need to show them that it's possible. And so the best service that you can do for mankind is to get freaking rich. So get rich. That is the best way that you can help the poor. Chris Altamirano here from ViaMaverick.com. Go ahead and visit me at the blog, sign up to the email newsletter, and go ahead and follow me at Chris Alta on Twitter. All right, thanks for watching, guys.